Cuida tu modern English,
or CTM English.
a podcast of two English teachers who became friends after moving to Chile.
We share real-life entertaining stories of our experiences in Chile in a conversational way, so you can gain exposure to native pacing with the extra support you may not be able to get through the usual forms of media.
So you can learn intermediate to advanced English from anywhere in the world. We also do a short vocabulary review at the end to help the new words stick.
So grab your coffee, wine, or piscola, and let's get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proudly presenting
¡Concha tu madre!
¿Qué te pasa, concha tu madre?
Concha tu madre.
Concha tu madre. Concha tu madre. Concha tu madre.
Váyanse a la concha de tu madre, chuche su madre.
Cuida tu modern English.
Welcome to our Christmas episode. Merry Christmas, Layla.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, happy all the holidays. Is Christmas your favorite holiday, or do you have another favorite holiday?
That's a good question. I think probably Christmas is my favorite holiday. I mean, growing up, I liked Christmas and Thanksgiving because I liked the Thanksgiving food, and usually we would visit friends of the family or something, or family members for both. So probably.
Yeah.
But obviously on Christmas, we would also get presents from Santa, so that was also always a bonus. What about you? Was it your favorite holiday too?
Yeah, I think so. It used to be one of my favorites because I love giving gifts. I love being able, usually I like to make them and give them out. But the last 10 years, I have been so poor. But this year is the first year that I actually think I've done pretty well.
Nice.
I got some awesome gifts for Jose's family.
Ooh, can you say what they are?
So I got, I'll have to make sure that they don't listen to this until after Christmas, but
yeah, just say that they can't. We'll put a timestamp, they can't listen to this part of it.
Yeah. So I got his sister is always singing karaoke in the house. They have a karaoke machine and they will just for hours. And so I bought this tiny little portable karaoke machine. Which you can also use as a speaker. And then I got his mom. I'm getting a picture of their family put onto a canvas so that she can hang it up. And then I got his dad a whiskey glass that has a picture of him and his wife etched into it.
That's a good gift. That's very dad coded. I feel like dad gifts are whiskey. Knives.
Right. Yeah. So there's that. And then for Jose, I got I got him a bunch of stuff actually. I don't even remember everything that I got him, but I got him some beard oil because he's never had beard oil before. And his beard was really coarse and was really digging into me. And I was like, oh, hell no.
You're like, this is a gift for both of us.
Right? For real. He opened it, and of course, the very first thing he's like, is this a hint? And I'm like, yep. But anyway, but I'm really excited about this one gift because, he draws a lot and he loves drawing, but he doesn't get to do it as often now because he's so busy. And so I bought him a drafting table.
Cool. That's a good gift. I like that.
Yeah. And then I also got we just recently watched the second season of this show that just got released. It was it's called Arcane.
Oh, I saw that too.
Did you? I love it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So I think one of his favorite characters is Jinx. So I got him this shirt that has Jinx graffiti all over it.
Nice. I think that I really like Jinx.
Yeah.
especially in the second season. I
Yeah,
liked
me too. Me too. Yeah.
Jinx.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. What else? I think
Those are good
I
gifts
think
though. They like
yeah.
very kind of like personal,
Mhm.
um, like well thought.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then my mom, I just got a bunch of like this is it's so interesting because this is like a cultural within your family type thing, I guess. But I guess I grew up always buying or making gifts that like people could actually use or that they needed or that they wanted. And it was like practical gifts,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
And and then Jose, I was like, what am I supposed to buy for your family? Like I give me some ideas. I don't know. And then I said, well, your mom needs one of these or something. And he was like, oh, we don't buy things that other people need. Like we buy things that they want. And like, and I'm like, oh, that's weird.
Well, it's interesting because some people are like, I don't want useless junk for Christmas. Like, some people
Right.
are very much like resentful if you get them something that's just like for decoration or just like
Right.
sentimental, and other people
Yeah.
feel like it's boring if you get them something that's useful. So it's kind of weird. Like, you need
Yeah.
to know your audience.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm so poor. Like, if somebody would buy me something that I need, it would be a relief. It would be like a joyous relief. Please and
Mm.
thank you. Like, so I guess that's where my philosophy lies. But whatever. So I ended up getting my mom a bunch of things to help her with her arthritis, like this thing that goes on your knees that heats them up, and like I don't know, certain tools that you can use in the kitchen that make it easier for people with arthritis. And then I got my sister this picture that's paint or put onto like a 8x11 paper thing, whatever. And it just says sister, and then it has her name on it, and then a cheesy little like paragraph about sisters.
I love that.
Um, and then my other sister loves chickens. She raises chickens, and she had this shirt on one time that said, I speak foul language, because fowl is birds. So, it makes sense.
Is a
Um,
fowl like a female bird? I don't remember specifically what is a fowl.
ooh, that's a good
I,
question. I I always thought fowl just meant like birds in general, but
like any
maybe you're
bird.
right. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's
I
just
don't.
female.
I'm a city girl, so I am not
So you
sure.
just pigeon. You just pigeon. Everything is a
Exactly.
pigeon.
Everything is a pigeon. I speak a pigeon
Right.
language.
Right. Oh my god. And so I bought her this like metal sign thing off of Temu or whatever, and it's got a chicken and it says, I don't cluck around.
No, that's
It's
good. I like that
so
one.
stupid. So dumb.
So you like the
Uh
play on, you get her a lot of like chicken play on words things.
yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
because that's what I mean. She had the foul language, and it gave me the idea, like, oh, like she likes that kind of stuff. So yeah, whatever. I'll get one of those. And then my other sister that used to live in Ukraine, I got her like painting of Ukraine. I mean, a print. Let's be honest, I'm broke, so it's not a real painting, but
It's
whatever.
not the original.
Yeah, it's not the original Van Gogh. I'm just kidding. um, and then I'm gonna get my niece like a hoodie that has her favorite dragon on it or whatever. So
Her
yeah, there you go.
favorite dragon?
Yeah, she's obsessed with this series. It's like Wings of Fire or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a kids series, but like, I mean, it's like I should say it's a preteen series basically, and she's 7, so
Okay. She's
her
like,
reading level is very high.
okay, it's a book series, not a
Yeah,
TV series.
no,
Okay.
yeah. So
Her
anyway,
favorite
wow.
dragon. I love that.
Yeah.
You're doing well this year,
Right?
for
I know.
Christmas. Yeah, I'm going pretty simple. I don't know if I'm gonna, I think because of the long distance too, I'm like, I haven't really,
Oh, it's so
I
hard.
don't think I'm even gonna send
Right?
anything.
Well, I mean, it's so
I don't really
expensive.
plan on giving or receiving anything long distance, but with Jorge, I think I'm gonna get him like a drawing tablet.
Oh.
Because he has kind of like wanted one for a while, and we would be able to animate things that he draws. So
Ah, that's
that's kind of,
cool.
yeah, I hope I can find a good one. I need to look more on Mercado Libre
Yeah.
before
Oh my
Christmas.
God.
We usually go pretty simple. Yeah,
I was so excited when I found Mercado Libre.
it's a great website. It's like the
Yeah.
Amazon here.
Of South America. Yeah.
The Amazon of South America. I'm thinking of like Christmas traditions that I used to have when I was younger. I think so. One thing that is a little bit interesting is that in the United States, this comes up a lot when talking to like Latin Americans, because typically people in Latin America, like the kids open presents at midnight and then like play with their
Oh, yeah.
toys for a couple hours and go to bed
Oh
super
my
late
God. Yeah, that
and
would
then
never
like
happen here.
rest the next day. Yeah, in the US it was always like, I remember even, you need to go to bed so that Santa can come while you're asleep and then you can open your toys
Right.
in the next morning. And I don't know if this is like a Protestant fear God thing that they instilled in us, but I also was scared if I got up and tried to like find Santa Claus that I would get coal. So like I was like I have to be like
Oh my God, that
I
is
was like I have to be
not a
like
Protestant thing.
I was like, I have to be a good girl and sleep. So I'm not
Oh
on the naughty
my
list.
God. That is hilarious.
Yeah, so probably at some point my parents were like, you need to go to bed or Santa's not coming or some shit like that.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
But I also remember with my family, we would so some people do Secret Santa where they like are all assigned a different person,
Okay.
I guess, in their families. In my family, what we would do is a couple weeks before Christmas, me, my parents, and my two sisters would go to a shopping mall, and we would split up into groups, and we would pick out presents for the other group. And it was kind of funny because we were like, I don't know, let's say I was with my mom and then my two other sisters were with my dad, and I was with my mom in the Macy's picking out a shirt for my dad. And then we would leave the Macy's and see my dad and sisters entering the Macy's, and we would try to run and hide and not let them know what we were buying. And so that was always our family shopping tradition. Like we would just go as a
Oh my
family.
God.
I've never met another family that's done it this way. We would go like a couple weeks before Christmas to a mall and like split up in teams and like buy the other team presents and try to like not
Oh
get
my
caught.
God. That's amazing.
Um so yeah, what was your family traditions? Were you scared to see Santa, and did you do anything like Secret Santa stuff?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but we never believed in Santa. We were told from a very young age that Santa was the pagan. Can't
Santa
even.
was pagan. That's so funny.
I cannot
What?
even. I
What
cannot.
pagans are celebrating Saint Nicholas? That's
Yeah,
so funny.
yeah, and yet still we ended up giving gifts, even though that is also pagan. But whatever. So yeah, we would the night before we would always open one present,
Mhm.
and then the next day we'd open the rest. But before we opened that one present, we always had to listen to Jesus's birth story in Luke. And we would sit down and then everybody would circle around the tree, and then my dad would read the passage, and then when it was over, we would like open a present or whatever. But yeah, that was it. Yay!
Very, yeah. It's different when it's like actually religious. Your
Yeah.
Christmas.
Oh, and also I forgot. Also, we would go to church. They always had a 6 p.m. service on Christmas Eve that we would have to go to, and then we'd have to listen to the sermon for an hour and a half. And then we would go home and listen again to more of the Bible, and then open the one present.
And then open the one present.
Yeah. So we definitely put our time in for that present.
Yeah, you earned it. I actually kind of liked, I would have to go to New Year's Eve church service, but I liked it because it was later at night. Maybe it was, I don't even remember, like 9 p.m.
It
or
felt like a
something.
party when you were a kid.
Yeah, well, also because they, like, when you go in, they would give everyone like a candle, which was inside of
Oh,
like a
yeah.
punched, like,
Yeah,
plastic
piece
cup.
of paper. Oh, ours were paper.
It was like a plastic cup so the wax could like drip into the plastic, and then we would like have someone at the end of the row light the candle and pass it down, and so I just liked holding the fire. I think that
She's
was
a pyro.
I literally was just a pyro, so I think
That's hilarious. I love that.
and we always had a Christmas pageant, and it was funny because my mom would write the script for the Christmas pageant, but we would do really interesting themes that I'm pretty sure people that are really serious about church would find blasphemous.
Wait a second. Don't laugh at me.
What?
What even really is a Christmas pageant?
Oh my god. Okay, cuz it's so funny cuz I was a church kid. Like I went to church
Oh my
every week
God.
until I was 18, but like you were such a different church kid. Okay.
Yeah.
So a Christmas pageant, but okay, the Christmas pageants in my church were really not traditional. So I'll tell you first, a normal Christmas pageant is like basically all the children in the church act in a play, which is like, and the play reenacts the birth of Jesus. And some of the kids
Okay.
are angels, some of the kids are shepherds. The like main character kids get to be Mary, Joseph, and the angel Gabriel, and it's like Gabriel. It always is the same.
Yeah.
Like it's like Mary is cleaning, and then Gabriel comes to her, and then
Yeah.
is like you're pregnant, and then it like you just reenact everything leading up to Jesus's birth.
Okay.
And the kids have different parts in the play, and there's like a narrator usually.
Yeah, I feel like we had those. I don't know that we had them like every year. Maybe we did. I don't remember. I don't remember that stuff.
We
Yeah.
always had them, and I think in the past they were just like the generic ones, but my mom took over and started doing the like script writing, and we had themes. Like one year it was Vegas themed, and so like
Oh my God,
and
stop.
so like the three or the two different like places of lodging where Mary and Joseph tried to go before they were able to go to the manger were like casinos, and we decorated
Oh
all
my
of the
God,
props.
stop.
There was also one year that we did like a hip hop theme, and this older man in my church was God, and he was like the notorious God.
Oh my God, stop. This is
Like
incredible.
they were so elaborate, and I would help her. I remember sometimes she would be there. My mom would like be sitting at the back table with a glass of Chardonnay and
Oh my
like
God.
her laptop and be like, "What should I Okay, so like what should the shepherds say in this scene?" And we would like be helping her with ideas, and we would
Yeah,
have like
your experience was way different than mine.
I think that this is I think it was very different from anyone's because the Christmas pageants are very common, but specifically my mom would write scripts for like very hilarious and they would be full of jokes. It
Oh
was
my
like
gosh.
she should be a writer for some
I love
TV
that.
show. It was hilarious.
I love that. That's cool. Yep.
And I was
Yeah,
I
we
was
always
every
had to
part.
every part, yeah.
Like one year
Oh
I
my god.
was Joseph, one year I was Mary, one year I was Gabriel.
You have the whole thing memorized like
Yes.
crazy. Oh my god. That's so funny. Yeah, we usually ended up having to play music in the church orchestra or something like and then now it's hilarious because that's literally the only thing I do. When like Christmas month is the craziest, most busiest month for musicians, and which is it, there's the negative part of it is like you feel like you can't breathe, you need a day off, like blah blah whatever. But then at the end of it you're like, man, like there was one year I made $2,000 in 1 month just from gigs that didn't even
Oh.
include my regular income, and I was like, oh my god. I mean, I may or may not have made $2,000.
Yeah, allegedly, I made 2000.
Allegedly. I don't know what you're talking about.
What are your favorite Christmas songs? Do you like the traditional Christmas songs or like the pop songs that come on the radio? Like what are your favorite Christmas songs in general?
I like jazzy Christmas songs, like the 1920s or like Ella Fitzgerald versions of songs. I like those. I when I was a kid, I loved "Oh Holy Night,"
Mm,
mainly because when I sang, I got to hit the really high note, and I was like one of the few kids that could hit it and hit it in tune, which was
mm,
awesome, and I loved it. But now it's all, I mean, I guess when, again, as a musician, you've played these songs a billion freaking times, like over and over and over again. And it's like, especially by the end of Christmas, you're just like, I never want to hear this again. And that's normal. That's like normal people level. And then there's the classical musician level, which is a totally different level. It's like the regular people that get sick of Christmas music times two.
mm. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're like, it's not, I wasn't just passively listening to this in the Walmart. Like, I also
Yeah.
had to play it over and over again. So it's kind
Yeah.
of
I will
definitely.
say today at work, I put on, well, one of my coworkers is putting on like all of the contemporary Christian classical music, and I just got kind of annoyed with it after a while. Like it was okay at first because I'm used to it. I was like, whatever, it's fine. But then it just gets so cheesy and annoying after a while, and so I turned on bluegrass Christmas music and blasted it, and it was hilarious because my other coworker, like, there's only four of us in the office, and one of them is deaf. And so there's really only three of us that can listen to music. And the other one loves bluegrass as well. And so when the contemporary Christian guy started kind of complaining a little bit about it, I started laughing and I was like, 2 against 1, bro. 2 against 1.
That's so funny.
So, it's like down 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 down.
But such a different vibe, yeah, from like
Oh
the
yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
It's
What about
interesting.
you?
So I like a lot of variety. I remember like the Bare Naked Ladies, God rest ye merry gentlemen. God, like
Oh,
that's a
okay.
classic one.
Yeah.
My family always really liked Green Sleeves.
Oh yeah.
I mean, also just like
Yeah.
Last Christmas, I gave you my,
Yeah.
like, I think a lot of it is pretty good, but there's one that I used to like but did not age well, which is Baby It's Cold Outside. Like when I
Oh
was
yes.
younger, I
Yes.
really liked it, like, and also my
I
sisters and
know.
I would sing it like in a duet because it's like kind of fun that you can be like, I really can't stay, but baby, it's cold outside. Like you can kind of go back and
Yeah.
forth. And then it's
Yeah.
like, I think during the whole Me
Yeah.
Too stuff and like hearing how creepy the lyrics are, like she's,
Yes.
I cannot stay, and he's like, you have to stay at my house.
Yeah, she's like, hey, what's in this drink? And I'm
Yeah,
like, oh my God, who
yeah,
wrote this? Who wrote that?
exactly.
A rapist wrote that. That is who
Literally.
wrote that.
Literally. And it's like unfortunate because I used to find it so catchy.
I know, and it's like,
So I'm like,
imagine like kids singing this. Oh my God.
yeah, I sang it when I like didn't really understand the lyrics, I think.
Yeah. Well, of course you're a kid, you know?
Yeah. So I think that there are some songs like that that I'm like, that didn't really age
That did
well.
not age well.
Yeah. Someone should do like a cover and just change the lyrics, but keep
Yeah.
the kind of general tune and everything, and I would dig that.
Yeah. I think if I were gonna do it, I would do it like this.
Mhm.
Say, what's in this drink? And then he's like, just ignore it, whatever. And then she calls 911 and she's like, I think this guy is trying to drug me. I think he's trying to drug me. And please come and help me now.
Ma'am, what's the address?
I don't even know, but I know there's a light outside.
Give me a crossroad.
Mapleton and Diversity.
Stay on the line.
Right? That would be I would bring it back and I would take power. I would take
Yeah.
power back from the females.
That would be my new favorite Christmas song.
Right?
The spirit of
Sir,
Christmas.
right. You're crossing a line. There you go.
That's a good one. Yeah, it also
Right?
plays on like, what's your cross street? Stay on the line.
Yeah.
You're crossing a
Yeah.
line.
There you go.
I can see something happening here.
And then he's like, I'd like to see you in this. And then you're like, I'd like to see you behind bars.
That's good. I like that.
Right? Yeah.
And
That's going to be the new song, the new version.
you're like shopping in Target. You're like, I'd like to see you behind bars.
Right? Yeah. I imagine you in this. I imagine you in jail. and then it turns into a cabaret.
I liked that note. Yeah, I think it would like
right?
change the vibe of the song completely.
Yeah.
That would probably be in some Christmas pageant that my mom would help write. So.
Right? Right? Yeah, we need to collaborate.
Collaborate, yeah.
That's hilarious. All right, what about movies? Speaking of.
Ooh, I am a sucker for Love Actually.
Oh, that's a Christmas movie?
Yeah. Because it's like
did
happening
not know
during
that.
Christmas. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel it. Also because the guy, the singer is like the singer in the movie that's like, I feel it in my fingers.
I've never seen it.
In my toes. And it's the original song that he sings is like, love is all around us. But then they are like trying to get this famous singer to change it to Christmas is all around us. So like, yeah.
Gotcha.
I would say that's one of my favorites. And also, is it White Christmas? It's like a super old movie. My mom always, White Christmas.
White Christmas, yeah,
is
it's
a
a good one.
family favorite. And The Muppet Christmas Carol is also a family
Oh my
favorite.
My mom love that one.
Is obsessed.
Tiny Tim.
Oh
my God, the Rizzo.
Yes.
I loved Rizzo.
And like the two what are the two guys who are like, we're Marley and Marley?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Okay.
Like the two old men.
Yes, I am constantly comparing people to those two old men. I can never remember their freaking names though.
No, I can't either. I don't
It's
remember
like
their like
Stanley or something.
original Muppet names because in the
Yeah.
movie it's like they're all called by the Christmas Carol names instead of their
Yeah.
like original Muppet names.
Yeah.
But that's an amazing movie.
Oh my
And
god, I love that movie.
okay, yeah, what's your those are, I would say, are my three of like classics that I always watch with my family.
Yeah. I would say mine are like of course, A Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out. And then the Chevy Chase one. What was that, Christmas Vacation or something? I forget the title.
I
It's been a
didn't
long
see.
time since I've seen it.
No, I
You haven't
didn't
seen that
see.
one?
No.
Oh my god, you have to watch that one.
Okay, maybe this year.
I'll watch Love
I'll put
Actually.
Oh yeah, okay, we'll do a movie exchange. Okay, I'm gonna write it
Yeah,
down.
there you go.
It's like A Christmas Vacation or something instead of A Christmas Story. Okay.
Yeah, it's I think it's called Christmas Vacation, but it's got Chevy Chase in it. I haven't seen it forever, so it might. I hope that it aged well. I cannot.
I'm not gonna judge you if it didn't. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I would say those two are really the biggest ones, other than the ones that you already mentioned. Yeah.
Were
I don't
you
really know
ever
any other ones.
a lot of my students from all over the world watch Home Alone a lot, and I was
Oh
never,
yeah.
I guess in my family it was never a family movie. Like we never really watched. I saw it a couple times just because like I feel like I've seen most Christmas movies at least
Yeah.
once. But yeah, it was never a family movie.
I have watched it more in my adulthood than I have as a child, I think. Yeah, I feel like it's more popular outside of the US now still for some reason.
Yeah, like it kind of
Yeah.
kept its popularity. I think it has a feeling of nostalgia maybe for a lot of
Mhm.
people, and there's kind of like the New York during Christmas.
Yeah, in Chicago, right? The one was in Chicago, I think. Like Home Alone 2, I think.
It could
I
be.
could be
I don't think
wrong.
I even saw Home Alone 2.
Yeah, right.
I saw Home Alone 1.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Nice. Layla has not read this article that I have here, which is about weird Christmas traditions from around the world. So I'm going to read a couple of these to you and see what you think about them. I didn't know about them, so I imagine they'll be surprising to you as well. Here is forget the Christmas turkey. For many Japanese, traditional Christmas dinner is Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Stop it.
Due to a
Are you
combination of
serious?
Due to a combination of tiny Japanese ovens and a clever marketing campaign convincing locals that fried chicken is a traditional American Yuletide feast, reservations have to be made to eat at a KFC on Christmas Day.
What? Are you serious? That is so funny.
During the run up to Christmas, Colonel Sanders statues outside KFC's Japanese outlets wear Santa gear. The chicken is served in special holiday packaging. So yeah,
That's so funny.
what do you think about Japanese people eating KFC on Christmas?
That's so weird. It's so weird.
Like I would never have guessed. Like if someone was
Yeah.
like, "What do you imagine Japanese people eat on Christmas?" I would not think KFC.
I don't know, but I will say when I first saw a KFC in Chile, I immediately was like, ugh. And my ex was like, what? And I was like, I can't get away from it. I was like, are you serious? They have KFC here? Ew.
You're like, why do they have this everywhere? I know, and no Popeyes, and I'm honestly
Right.
more of a fan of Popeyes.
Yeah. What in the world? Okay. All right. What's the next one?
Okay, here's another one. This is from Norway. It says Norwegians believe that Christmas Eve coincides with the arrival of evil spirits and witches. It is only logical then that Norwegian householders hide all their brooms before they go to sleep.
Okay, that is not where I thought you were going.
So they hide
I
their
thought you were
brooms.
going to talk about like burning the Yule log.
That would
Oh
make
my
more
God.
sense. Yeah. In
They
this case,
hide
they
their
just
brooms?
they hide their brooms before going to sleep.
Stop! That is so funny. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's interesting. This is
Okay.
okay. This is one from Venezuela, so I'm curious if it actually is
Ooh.
like real, and you'll have to ask Jose about it. Um, in the week leading up to Christmas, Venezuelans attend a daily church service called Misa de Aguinaldo. In the
Misa? They what?
Aguinaldo. Misa de Aguinaldo, which is early morning mass, I guess. Um, and so in the capital, Caracas, it is customary to travel to the church service on roller skates.
Stop.
So, um, it says so widespread is the practice, many roads in the capital area are closed until 8 a.m. to provide Christmas worshippers with a safe passage.
Wait, they do that in Chile.
Do they do that on roller skates?
Yeah, but it's not for Christmas. It's for something else. Oh my god, I know the name of this.
It's like there's a pilgrimage where they have to come to Valparaiso from,
Yeah.
and it could be like biking. It's like you have to go to Valparaiso from Santiago, and it could be like biking or walking or other methods.
Wait.
Is it the same thing?
Jose just messaged me back.
Uh-huh.
I said, is it tradition to go to Misa de Aguinaldo in Venezuela? And then I said, lol, on roller skates. And he said, what? Ha 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 ha. But some people do, not us. And I was like, why are you so shocked?
Yeah, he's like,
If some
what?
people
And
do.
it's like, actually, haha, some people do. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
so it's true.
Okay.
Confirmation.
So, that's so funny. Yeah, there you go. I wasn't wrong.
Locals in Catalonia create a character out of a log, drawing faces on it and giving it a hat. Then they spend a fortnight feeding it fruit, nuts, and sweets. And feeding is in quotation marks. On Christmas Eve, the entire family beats the log with sticks and
What?
sings a traditional song that translates to, if you don't crap well, I'll beat you with a stick, until the
Oh
log
my god.
excretes all its treats. It's hard to comprehend why
Wow.
this tradition hasn't caught on elsewhere. They also
Oh.
decorate their
Okay.
nativity scenes.
Sarcasm.
They also decorate their nativity scenes with small pooping ceramic
Stop it. Are you serious? Where is
caganers.
this?
This is Catalonia, Spain.
Oh yeah. Wow, I already forgot.
Caganers figurines, usually well-known characters, often drawn from that year's news. The figurines always have their pants around their ankles.
Oh my god. What in the world? That is
That's
so funny.
one of the more interesting ones so far.
Yeah.
There's one in Ukraine. Oh, I've heard this one before. In addition to the standard tinsel, fairy lights, and baubles, Ukrainians like to throw an artificial spider and web on the tree as well. The tradition has its origins in an old tale of a poor woman who couldn't afford to decorate her tree and woke on Christmas morning to discover a spider had covered it in a glorious sparkling web. It's for good
Oh
luck.
my god. That's kind
So
of
that's interesting.
cute.
Yeah,
I
I kind
like
of like
that
that.
actually. I was thinking like they must really like Halloween. But that makes way more sense. That's kind of cute. I like that.
Definitely. Yeah, I like that one. And also, well, the picture that I'm looking at has like a sparkly, like beautiful spider and web that looks like it is an ornament. It's not like an
Okay.
ugly, dirty spider. Like it's like
Yeah.
kind of looks like another ornament. So I
It's
think
not a araña rincon.
no, it's not. That would be another level. So I guess those are the different traditions that I wanted to
Yeah.
share with you.
That's cool. I think that's really interesting.
I love learning about different traditions on Christmas because it's like always so surprising. Like to imagine
Yeah.
other people's reality on this holiday.
Yeah, for real. Question.
Yeah. What's the question?
What does it mean for $500 to be a Scrooge on Christmas?
Ooh, that's a
I'm just
good.
kidding. I do not have $500.
Okay, in that case, I'm not going to answer the question. No, I was kidding.
Dang it.
I would say
I
that
have
like
500 pesos. Chilean, to clarify.
okay, I
Chilean
was gonna
pesos.
say it depends on what kind of pesos we're talking.
Yeah.
Um, so to be a Scrooge is a reference to A Christmas Carol. And I would say, I mean, if you don't know A Christmas Carol to anyone listening, it's kind of also like calling someone a Grinch in a way, like if
Yeah.
that's kind of a similar reference maybe. But Scrooge specifically was a character who is like very grumpy, very cheap, doesn't want to spend money, is kind of like the opposite of a joyful person on Christmas. And people would come in and say, like, hello, Mr. Scrooge, Merry Christmas. And he always says, bah humbug, which is like, I don't, what even does bah humbug mean? It's like,
Right?
like
Right.
that's a load of garbage, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like he doesn't even give enough effort to make a real word.
Yeah, exactly. Like he really doesn't care. Mr. Scrooge is very grumpy, cranky, pesado, does not care
Yeah.
about Christmas. So I would say
Like,
if you call someone a Scrooge, that is definitely not a positive thing. You're saying that
yeah.
they're really cranky and grumpy on Christmas and like not in the Christmas spirit at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like my oldest sister when she would get up as a teenager, she didn't have her coffee yet. And she'd be like, and I'd be like, okay, Scrooge.
Mm, definitely. It's like, yeah, I would just say cranky, grumpy.
Yeah.
I'll ask you the next one. Have you been naughty or nice this year, Layla?
I feel like I'm always on the naughty list, considering the fact that all of this karma just keeps coming at me. It has to be from a past life. I did not murder anybody, at least in this lifetime, but I will say, holy crap, I must be on the naughty list.
You must be on the naughty list.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. You?
definitely. I don't know. I feel like this year, I mean, if the question is like evaluating me this year, I feel like I've been nice this year. I've had my
Yeah.
years, but I feel like I've been nice this year.
Yeah. I think so too.
Maybe I mean, maybe you have been nice, but you're getting coal anyway. Maybe that's
Yeah.
what the situation is.
Could be. I don't know, man. I do not know, but I have a feeling that it's coming to an end, and boy, am I grateful. Oof, that was a rough one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the year is almost over, so it's
Yeah.
like new
Yep.
start, new start.
Yep. Exactly. Have you ever done a secret Santa or a white elephant? And if so, what was the coolest gift you ever got?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm trying to remember because so I've done Secret Santa a lot more times than White Elephant, like with just groups of
Yeah.
friends, for the most part. Trying to think of the coolest gift that I got. I think one of my friends got me a bunch of like really nice makeup one year, which was a good present because I don't really like spend a bunch of money on makeup. So like receiving it
Yeah.
for a Christmas present was super nice. I've also gotten like a plaque kind of decoration for my room that had butterflies
Okay.
on it, which was cool. Um, yeah, I nothing in particular really jumps out, but I think I've always gotten like nice presents from Secret
Yeah.
Santa. I did do a white elephant once with a group in college, which was my frisbee team, and it was the combination of like the women's and men's frisbee team. And to that, my gift that I brought was a kombucha SCOBY that no one wanted. Um,
Wait, a kombucha? What?
SCOBY, like
What
the
is a SCOBY?
it's like this ecosystem of microorganisms that you put inside of tea that ferments the tea. Like I brought one as like like at White Elephant you just need like a little wild card.
Yeah.
I brought that also because I think we had a pretty low budget for the White
Yeah.
Elephant. So I was like, I'm just gonna bring like it was kind of a big group.
Yeah.
So no one wanted it. I think I actually ended up taking it home myself.
Yeah. Yeah. So for the people that don't know, a white elephant gift is like something that you either grab from your house that you're regifting or just like something random, or you can go out and buy something. They usually give you like a $10 or $20 limit, and then but your goal is to usually is to get something really unique, right?
Yeah, because well, so everyone gets a secret Santa is like you specifically get a gift for a person, but
Mm-hmm.
a white elephant is like you bring something random. Everyone puts the presents in the middle and they're all wrapped, and you go around the circle taking turns, and you can either open a present or you can steal a present that someone else already opened. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so it is kind of funny, like people try to get a better gift than what they have. So
Yeah,
um,
I
I
love
think
I love white elephants.
the one that we did, the most popular gift that everyone wanted, there was like this really big pint. It wasn't a pint, it was more than a pint, but it was a huge beer glass shaped like a boot. And everyone kept trying to steal
Oh
it from
yeah.
each other because that was
Uh-huh.
the coolest gift.
Sounds
Um,
about right.
what about you? Like, what have you given or received in White Elephant or Secret Santa?
Oh man, I don't know. It's like I don't remember. I have a terrible memory, but I do remember doing a white elephant with the punk rock bar that I used to bartend at. And I can't remember anything in particular, but I do remember the gifts were just so incredibly unique and hilarious. I just remember laughing really hard at everybody trying to steal each other's presents, and they were some very like artistic. I know they were very artistic. I wish I had a better memory, but I just, that saying about like people forget what you say, but they don't forget how you made them feel. Well, that's
Hmm.
pretty much my life story.
Yeah, like you remember the vibes of being there, but not like what
Yeah,
specifically you received. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's pretty
definitely.
cool. Oh my God, how did you find out Santa doesn't exist?
I found out kind of, I would say from a pretty, like I was 6 or 7, but I was in school and I believed in Santa, but there was another boy in my class and he was like, "You believe in Santa? Like you're such a baby. Like why do you believe in Santa?" And we
Oh,
were we were like 6 or 7, and I think that
bully.
he literally bullied. I was a victim. I don't remember clearly if I already had doubts about Santa or not. Like I just don't remember. But I do remember after that I went home to my dad and I was like, "Dad, does Santa exist?" And he is like not able to lie about anything, so he just looked at me and was like, "No." Um,
No,
and
he's
so I
like,
was like,
no,
yeah,
no.
I think like I kind of get that.
Wow.
Like it's kind of crazy to like maybe like lie to your kid's face. Like I don't know, like
Yeah,
it feels different to just like tell them Santa exists versus to insist
yeah,
when your kid is kind of like doubting it.
right.
Um so yeah, I found out pretty early on and I think I didn't spoil it for anyone else. Like I don't think I told my younger sister or anything. I just kind of was like, "Oh damn."
I did have I taught a bunch of little kids music class in my house a long time ago, and it was like group music classes, and we had one about Christmas, and one of the kids said something about Santa not being real, and another kid was like violently defending Santa's existence, and I was like, wow, this kid is way too old to be believing in Santa. That's crazy. But I was like, hey man, go for it. Like like whatever.
Live your childhood. Yeah.
Right? But the other kids were a lot younger, and one of the kids was like, "What do you mean Santa's not real?" And then all the parents get this look on their face like, "Oh crap," and like I had to save it somehow, and I was like, "What he means is that Santa," and I made up some stupid way to get out of it or whatever, but I just looked at the other kid and I was like, shh.
Yeah, shut up, Daniel.
Daniel.
That's so
Pretty
funny.
much. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
On that
note, we wish you all a very Merry Christmas from the bottom of our hearts. And thank you for listening to our Christmas special. Hey there, language learners. If you're enjoying the podcast and want to support what we're doing, you can check out our Patreon at patreon.com/ctmenglish. We offer free episode transcripts to all Patreon members, so you can follow along and learn even more. We also have a $1 paid tier if you want to support the show and get a member shout out in our future episodes. And for just $5 a month, you'll get exclusive bonus content, 3 to 4 pieces of unfiltered audio or video every month that you won't hear anywhere else. So head over to patreon.com/ctmenglish to see all the ways you can support us and get extra content. Thanks so much.